So one time, Lord Deena Prabhu, he came to Panihati. And Raghunath Das, he found out that Lord Nityananda is nearby at Panihati. So there was a beautiful banyan tree. I've seen that place. I've been there. I sat under that banyan tree. And he sat under that banyan tree with all his associates. And Raghunath Das came, and from a distance he paid his obeisances. And somebody pointed out to Lord Nityananda, there's Raghunath paying his obeisance. And Mahaprabhu said, hey, you're a thief. Why are you staying away from me so far? You must be a thief. I'm going to punish you today. So then, Lord Nityananda told him, you have to make a Chiradahi Utsav. You take this flat rice and you soak it in water, then you soak some in milk, some in condensed milk, and some in yogurt. Yogurt means dahi. This is also sometimes called Danda Utsav, because this was his fine for being a thief, his punishment for being a thief. So then Raghunath Das, because he had so much wealth, he really bought so much chira, so much dahi, so much milk. He made all the preparations. And everyone hearing that Raghunath Das was making chira dahi utsav, people came from all over. And he divided it all into two, the dahi and the condensed milk. And he had all the servants distribute 2 pots to everyone. And more people came. Lord Nityananda was sitting on that platform with all his associates, and everyone was sitting. Finally, people were just standing in the water of the Ganga. There was no more place to sit. And Raghunath, he went to the next village, he bought all their chiradahi, and he came back in unlimited distribution of chiradahi was going on. Even now, our ISKCON devotees, they buy 1 ton of yogurt. Can you imagine 1 ton? And they get so much, because the chira is very light. If you get 1 ton of that easily, you can mix 1 ton of yogurt with it. And big distribution goes on there in that place. So at that time, Lord Nityananda, he was wandering along, watching all of the Vaishnavas eating, and by his meditation, he brought Lord Chaitanya to that place. So Lord Nityananda, he was taking some chiradahi from everybody's pot and pushing it into Lord Chaitanya's mouth in a joking mood. Because ordinarily, if somebody is eating, we don't take anything from his plate and put it in our mouth. Do we do like that? Were we trained like that in Krishna consciousness? The Lord Nityananda, he was taking from everyone's pot and pushing into Lord Chaitanya's mouth. In this way, Raghunath Das, he got the full mercy of Lord Nityananda. Because Lord Chaitanya wanted to show we cannot go directly to Lord Chaitanya. We have to take first shelter of Lord Nityananda. And if we take shelter of Lord Nityananda, then very easily get shelter of Lord Chaitanya. And if we take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, very easy to get shelter of Radha and Krishna. So after this Chiradahi Utsav, then Raghunath, he was really thinking how to get free. So his father hired some guards to watch him day and night. And his mother told her father, why don't you tie him with ropes? This guy has become mad, you tie him with ropes. He said, look, He has opulence greater than the king of heaven. He has wife more beautiful than Apsara. These things couldn't tie him up. Who will my ordinary rope to? These things are tying us all up, isn't it? Everybody's after money and women. These things are keeping us all tied up. But when those things can't even tie him up, then what is rope going to do? So finally his guru Yadunandan came and said, my pujari ran away, we have this problem also in Iska. There's not new problem, this going on since Simon Memorial. So he wanted Raghunath Das to come and do the puja. So Raghunath says, yes, I'm just now coming. I will arrange a few things and then I will just come in. Then he knew this is a chance. So he just ran away from that place. He told everyone he's going to Yadunandan's house and he ran away. But he was smart, he didn't go by the main road. He went by the hither and thither path, back streets. Anyway, anyhow, he came to Puri and took shelter of Sriman Mahaprabhu. So when all the devotees came from Bengal, then they found that Raghunath Das was there under the shelter. Mahaprabhu put him under the shelter of Swarup Damodar. One time he came with Swarup Damodar, he asked Mahaprabhu, any special instruction for me? So he said, Balo na kaibo, balo na paraibo. He said, don't dress very nicely. It's like we see every year Kartik, it's the ISKCON Vaishnav fashion contest. Everybody's got their nice silk kurtas with little lines here and there, and little embroidery, and all the ladies have their nice silk saris. But he told Balo na paraibo, don't dress nicely. And Balo na paraibo, don't eat opulent. And always remember Radha and Krishna in Braj. These are the three instructions he gave to Radha and Krishna. So after that, Raghunath Das, he became so renounced. He was sitting here in this bhajan kutir on the side of, we told later Mahaprabhu left this world and Raghunath came here with the idea to throw himself off and Govardhan Hill. But Goswami is convinced it is not a good idea. Because Sanatana Goswami had already tried that. We know Sanatana Goswami also ran away from the Nawab Hussain Shah, then he became, because he was going on the back roads and not taking nice water, then he got disease of his skin. Whenever Mahaprabhu will see him, he'll embrace him, and all this pus and blood will come on Mahaprabhu's body. So he was very upset. So he thought, alright, at Rath Yatra time, I will throw myself under the wheel of Lord Jagannath. Now if you go to Rath Yatra, you'll see they make big preparations so that nobody can get under the wheel. So Mahaprabhu came there where Sanatana Goswami was staying with Haridas Thakur and Siddha Bakur. And he came there, he said, Sanatana, this body belongs to me. And I have many things to perform in this world through your body. Don't think you can take this life away, it is not yours. Sanatana Goswami was very surprised. He was just keeping this idea in his heart. He never told anybody. But Mahaprabhu knew, so Sanatana Goswami also tried this thing. Mahaprabhu said, no, don't do this. So the Goswamis, they convinced Mahaprabhu will not be happy, don't do like that. So then he sat here, and because he was told not to eat very opulently, he used to take a little leaf cup of buttermilk, chach. Sometimes if you're fortunate, now in Kartik we'll have so many prikamas that will go on, and maybe sometime we'll get some of that chach. Some places we'll get chach. Very nice. Ayurveda says this is the best thing for you. So, he was just taking a little leaf cup. You see, every day we get leaf cup, little leaf cup of chach. And practically he was only sleeping for half an hour, hour maximum. A little bit of chach. There was one servant of his, Das. He thought, he's just eating this little leaf cup. How is he going to live? One day when he was doing Govardhan Prikrama, Das, he saw one place called Sakistali. And there he saw the same tree from which they make this leaf cup, but that was very big leaves in that tree. So he made the leaf cup from that big one. And he came to Raghunath Das and he handed him this big leaf cup full of butter. So Raghunath is so surprised to see this big leaf. What is this? He said, Das, where you got this cup? And Das, oh, I was in Sakistali. I saw this tree was there. Then immediately he threw that on the ground. That is the place of Chandavali. Why did you bring anything from Chandavali's place? If you ever do this again, then I will fast completely and give up my body. He was completely unalloyed devotee of Srimati Radharani. Cannot tolerate. Anything from Radharani's competitor. One time, Raghunath Das was very sick. So they called the Vaidya. And the Vaidya, he felt his pulse. He said he ate too much sweet rice. Everyone said, how is it possible? Raghunath Das, he only eats a little chach every day. What is this? And Raghunath Das, he put his head down. He said, today in my bhajan, we were in Golok, and the Sakis, they made big feast, and they made lots of kheer. And jokingly, they just kept pushing kheer in my mouth, pushing more. So this is just in his meditation this is going on. But somehow the symptom came even in this body. We can't imagine how position of Raghunath Das was. This came even in his body. So one time Raghunath Das, he was thinking that in the future many people will come here from Russia, Ukraine, Estonia, Tajikistan, America, Italy, from Croatia and Serbia and Bosnia, and who else is here? From Kazakhstan, from all parts of India, from Romania. All right. Slovenia, Canada, South Africa, Texas, Czechoslovakia. Czech, that is true, it's Czech and Slovakia. From Mauritius, from Malaysia. So people will come from all over the world, but there's no nice place here. It's just all mud and dirt. What will people do? So he thought, if I got some money, then I would fix up Radhakund and Chanakund. Then again he thought, oh, again I'm thinking about money. We just told him he's so wealthy. Again I'm thinking about money. So he became Mon, not speaking to anybody and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So one time, one wealthy industrialist from Calcutta, he went to Badrinath to offer a nice donation. But in dream, Lord Badrinarayan said, don't give that money to me, you go to Vrindavan. From Vrindavan you find out Radhakund, and you find out Raghunath Das Goswami, and you give this money to him, and he won't take it. Then you just tell him that I know, Lord knows your desire to fix the kund. So he came there to Vrindavan. That time it wasn't, you didn't jump on a bridge Bihar bus and come here to Radhakund. With great difficulty he got here to Radhakund. He found out Raghunath Das. He gave him that big bag of money. Raghunath said, I don't want to see your money, not like us. As soon as we see donation. He said, no, you go back from wherever you came. He said, but Lord knows your desire to fix up the kund. All right, give that money here. So he's showing us sometimes we're very anxious to collect donation, but that donation should be only for service of Krishna. So he said, no, you take your money. Then he said, no, Lord knows your desire to fix the kund. And he's, all right, give it here. Hand it over. And then he fixed up all this Radhakund and Shamakund. We told there was some trees, he didn't cut those trees. We told that story already. So, this way Raghunath Das was staying here in this place. So it looks like the program, first we're going to feed all of the sadhus and babajis, and then afterwards we'll take prasad. Again about Lord Nityananda, we know that how did Krishna's Kaviraj come here? Was his brother was very offensive to Miniketen Ram. Miniketen Ram was always worshipping Lord Nityananda. But Krishna's Kaviraj brother, he had no faith. He had faith on Lord Chaitanya, but he had no faith on Lord Nityananda. So when his brother insulted Miniketen Ram, he became very furious, and he refused to stay. And he just grabbed whatever he had and ran away from his home and came here to Braj. He left his brother. He said, you have no faith in Lord Nityananda, I have nothing to do with you. You're not my brother anymore. So in his old age, everybody knew that Raghunath, that Krishna's Kaviraj, he'd heard from all the Goswamis about the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. So they all came to him, you please write these. You're very poetic, and you got association of all Goswamis, so you please write these. So only if Lord Madan Mohan will give me the order. So he went before Lord Madan Mohan, and immediately that garland fell on top of him. Lord Madan Mohan's garland. So then he accepted that he got order of Madan Mohan to write this Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we see he's writing that my eyes no longer work, my hand is shaking. Still by mercy of Rupa and Raghunath, I am writing this Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jaya Nila Prema Dana Karuna Goswami Prabhu ki, Srila Krishna's Kaviraj Prabhu ki, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami Prabhu ki, Jai Go Premanande.